your lives not only the affection of each other, but also the companionship and blessing of mutual respect. A successful marriage is not something that just happens. It takes work and it takes effort. More importantly, it takes a commitment from both of you. A good marriage must be created. Some believe that marriage is a beautiful box full of things that are longed for. But the truth is that marriage, at the start, is an empty box. You must put something in it before you can take anything out. As a couple, you have and will continue to learn the art of giving, loving, serving, and praising one another to keep your box full of love. In that love, you will find the most precious gifts. It brings gifts of comfort when there is sorrow, peace when there is unrest, forgiveness when there are mistakes, and laughter when there is happiness. Before Kenneth and Dominique are joined in marriage, I invite you both to exchange vows. Dominique?
Today feels so familiar to me, and that's probably because we've been here before. On a beach, with our family looking on, me in a pink dress, and you smiling back at me. Only when we did this before, I was Barbie and you were Ken. As a little girl, I'd play with my favorite game all day and all night. It was called Barbie and Ken Get Married. And it was just like today, and it was just like today, except their guest list included Polly Pocket, G.I. Joe, and MC Hammer. They were so much in love that sometimes they get married like 3 or 4 times a day. But we won't be doing that because Miss Donna's a little expensive. And until now, I thought it was all just for play. I never thought that Ken could ever be real and turn my life into the fairy tale that I'd always dreamed of. I've worked on these vows for a very long time, trying to piece together the right words to tell you just how much I love and appreciate you, and I just couldn't. I couldn't because there are no words that exist to accurately define the feelings that I have for you. No words exist to tell you how much I appreciate you spending time at my parents' house with Miko when she was sick. No words exist to express how I feel when you rearrange your schedule so that you can always be available to parallel park with me. No words exist to express the feelings I had when you rented an entire ice rink and proposed to me with the dream ring that I picked out back when we didn't even have 2 nickels to rub together. And no words can express how I felt when you took me home after surgery, bathed me, fed me, and ensured that someone was there to take care of me when you had to go to work. There are just no words to express all that I feel for you. The closest reference I have is that of my Barbie doll. You keep this smile painted on my face by allowing me to live this fairy tale every single day. And even though my words have failed me, I can promise to show you my love by supporting you in achieving your goals, by standing by you even when we're hundreds of miles apart, by holding you up when you're feeling weak, by reminding you how to play when life gets too real. And as much as I really want to, I promise I won't run away if you throw up. You are my butthead, my biggest fan, my best friend, and I'm honored that you asked me to be your wife. And as your wife, I promise to give you the best happily ever after for the rest of our tomorrows.
I would like to call this my best friend. From the moment that I I met you at our middle school graduation, I thought to myself, who are these crazy people with my parents calling my name? They were your parents, John and Carlene. That day, they introduced me to a truly beautiful girl. At that moment, I didn't even realize that standing before me was going to be the great love of my life. Over the years, I've searched for friends at work, at baseball, you name it. I've come to the conclusion that it is really hard to find a best friend in this world. Someone who you can really talk to, someone to laugh so hard with that they snort, someone to have fun with, and someone that you can share any of your feelings with. Well, I have found mine today. My best friend is you, Dominique. And the best part of it is you never judge me. I'm like that old so as is sign, the one that you buy even though you know that there's going to be a problem with it. You are the love of my life, but most importantly, you are my best friend. You are my Bubba, and I'll be your Forrest Gump, or I'll be your Lieutenant Dan. But at the end of the day, you'll always have my back, and I know you're my #1 fan when it comes to anything except for cooking Scrapple. But you might cook it. You might cook it anyway. I can't imagine living without you. So if anything ever happens to you, the world better take me to you. Because what is living with no air, and what is a touch with no feeling? With you in my life, I have become a better person. I have learned so much from you, and you continue to bring out the best in me. You support my dreams and my hopes and even my crazy ideas. You taught me to love openly and honestly. You taught me that I can still be a kid at heart even when life gets hard. You are truly an amazing girl, and for that reason, I continue to fall more in love with you day in and day out. You are my best friend and my partner in life, even though you're my best friend and my partner in crime, even though everybody knows you're scared to commit one. You would turn yourself in even if you even thought about committing a crime, but you don't have to worry about it because I'll break you out. As the love of my life, I promise to support all your dreams. If you want to go back to theater, I'll be right there practicing butter with you. I promise to respect all your decisions, even if I don't agree with you. I promise to always be forgiving, kind, spontaneous, and most of all, downright honest. I promise to always play Miss Mary Matt with you, even when nobody else wants to. I promise to be loyal to you and to love you with all of my heart. And I promise to be a great husband, a friend, and a partner. I promise to always stand by your side no matter what. I know life is not always easy, and I don't always expect it to be, but I promise that I will face each challenge and difficulty together. I always take the first hit, the second, even the third, but just don't let me take all of them. Basically, what I'm trying to say today is that I love you, and Dominique Melissa Primo, I'm glad that you're going to be my wife, and I promise that every day I will take care of you in this world. I love you.
The vows through which you accept each other as husband and wife contain no hidden power within themselves. It is to the extent that they express in words your intention and commitment that they have meaning. In a world where pressures pushing people apart sometimes seems stronger than those drawing people together, your commitment to each other will need to be creatively re-expressed in the coming days and years. And Kenneth, will you have Dominique to be your wife, to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you shall live. If so, say I do.
I do.
And Dominique, will you have Kenneth to be your husband, to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you shall live. If so, say I do.
I do.
To honor the commitment that you both have made to each other, I invite Mrs. Primo and Mrs. Williams to present the rings.
There we go.
There you are.
Yeah.
Okay. and promise
promise
of all my tomorrows,
of all my tomorrows,
I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
And as you
Got my
put it on
promise
his
ring.
finger, please repeat after me. Kenny, as a symbol of my love
As a symbol of my love
and promise
and promise.
of all my tomorrows, I give you this ring. From the earliest times, the circle has been a symbol of completeness, a symbol of committed love. As often as either of you looks at this symbol, I hope that you will be reminded of the commitment to love each other which you have made today. Before you become husband and wife, I'd like to invite Mr. Primo to place the broom before the couple. As you both lean to your future together, former lives as individuals will be swept away. In jumping the broom, you're entering your life as one family.
Yeah, we got him. Okay, come back in.
Hey, this way. Y'all kissing too fast. They just moved right on. They moved right on past me. Inasmuch as Kenneth and Dominique have given themselves to each other with the giving of a ring and the jumping of the broom before these witnesses, by the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And now you can finally kiss her.
Now it's official. Yeah.
This is my wife.
I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Kenneth Lamont